Hi, my name's Timothy Earle, and today I am speaking as a family coach with Earle Consulting and also representing Jackrabbit Journey, Parenting from Within. I'd like to go over parenting styles. What is a parenting style? Why does it matter? Parenting styles break into three types. One is, in my language, permissive. You may recognize yourself already. The other is prohibitory, and you may hear that word and go, yeah, that's me. And the other is functional. We want to work towards being functional. But today I'm going to talk about permissive parenting style and prohibitory parenting style because these really don't work. Permissive parents are ones who try to get their children to do what they want or other people to do what they want by being manipulative, coercive, guilting their children, shaming their children, and it's subtle. It can look like this. An example might be, you know, John, if you get straight A's on your report card for an entire semester, we'll buy you a used Mercedes-Benz. Some of you are laughing. Some of you are thinking, how ridiculous. I've seen it more often than I care to talk about. But you could break that down or reduce that down to a small amount. Like, are you giving your children $200 a month allowance for doing nothing? And you're not even monitoring where that money's going, meaning with like a debit card. Or you do have the debit card and you're monitoring it, but they're pulling out cash all the time. So you don't know where that's going. You know, these are the type of things a permissive parent will do. Now, the prohibitory parent will come home, and typically that's the permissive parent that says, hey, Johnny did this today, and so, you know, we're not going to buy him that Mercedes that we talked about, right? And notice it had nothing to do with grades. It just, Johnny did this today. And so already we're confusing the child because we said we would get them the Mercedes if they got straight A's. We didn't talk about if whether they came home late or weren't on time. And so the permissive parent wants now the prohibitory parent to lay down the law. And the prohibitory parent says, what are you doing treating your other parent this way? You know you're not supposed to do that. And because you did that, we're taking away your phone and your computer and this or that. And they do. They go and grab everything, a big argument, and they stick it in the drawer. And then once the parents go to bed, the kid goes and opens the drawer and pulls it all out and brings it back to their room. And nobody ever mentions it. Okay, so notice that neither one is actually following through. Neither one is setting up clear expectations with clear consequences. And so the child is really not knowing where they stand. And typically children who are raised this way will exemplify it by being entitled, meaning they think that you owe them everything. By having temper tantrums in a kind of a different way where they use anger, they can be very manipulative in order to get what they want. They're relentless. They won't stop. And again, it's not the child's fault, really. You've raised them to be this way by not being clear, concise, and following through. That's what the functional parent does. So the functional parent really wouldn't give an allowance unless it was related to chores and things that were done. And when those things were done, then they might give an allowance. I'm not a huge advocate of this. I feel like if a child's living in your home, under your roof, then you're providing a lot for them, and chores ought to just be seen as part of being part of the household. However, if you are going to give an allowance, I think there ought to be something attached to it that kind of goes above and beyond the regular chores and makes your life easier. So good luck with examining whether you're a permissive parent, a prohibitory parent, and really moving towards being clear, concise, and following through, and ideally both of you saying the same thing to your child. We'll talk about that in another helpful clip about splitting, something that a lot of parents get caught up in. If you're a single parent, notice that often single parents will be permissive and prohibitory. They kind of fluctuate back and forth. So don't think that I'm not talking to you, the single mom or the single dad as well. It is possible for you also to move more towards that functional parenting style. Again, if you'd like more help with this as a family coach, please contact Earle-consulting.com, or to check into our parent workshops where you get all of this and more. Jackrabbitjourney.com is where you want to look. Appreciate your time. Have a good day.